This is pretty much my 11th daily video in a row, and having taken a break for more than a year, even though I've never really been much of a YouTuber, I've been churning out content like no tomorrow. I'm not an AI, this is not an AI voice, I'm not a hologram, but I am guilty for handing some of the channel management to an AI, which is funny because a few days I released a video pretty much saying, don't ship AI. None of that is deterministic, it's unsafe, and there's better ways of achieving your desired outcomes. But I thought I'd run a little bit of an experiment here, and this experiment was meant to ramp me up from 0 to 1 video a day, and I think 1 upload a day of actual researched and valuable content to viewers is actually quite difficult, and I've noticed that. I will probably have to slow down the pace of uploads in the interest of quality so that I could spend a bit more time researching, writing down thoughts, and putting important takeaways together. But today I'm just quickly going to share you my pipeline. Let's get into it. As you can see on the screen, this is my schedule page. This is pretty much my main page where ideas are coming in on the left side, they are moving to production, and then there's a schedule of all the videos that have been recently published or ones that are scheduled to be published. The one I'm working right now is this one. I built an AI-powered YouTube pipeline, but it makes everything clickbait. By the time this video gets published, the packaging may or may have not stayed like this. The packaging here was most likely suggested to me by models. In this YouTube channel project itself, you can see that I've vibed everything with Python. We have a few components here. Banner you can ignore, it's just meant to help me generate a YouTube style sized banner. We have the web UI, the thing that I've just showed you. There's a YouTube processor, which is meant for transcribing and writing subtitles. I think it's also generating a blog post alongside. We also have a video tracker. This is the main brain of the operation. It manages the videos from idea to publish, syncs with YouTube, generates a markdown dashboard. So there is a bit of UI hackiness going on. Instead of rendering all of these things dynamically, I am just generating some UI dashboards. For example, I have a filming preparation screen which has notes, and those can be fact-checked, and takeaways proposed by an AI. And the final piece is YouTube ideas. So this scrapes trending tech topics from 4 sources. Sources being X, Twitter, I think we were scraping from Blue Sky, Hacker News, and a few subreddits. This README file can actually be slightly outdated. This is how my quote-unquote clickbait machine started. I'm aiming to iterate and actually improve it so that it's actually more useful than just, I found an article on Hacker News, go talk about it. When it comes to that, I believe you can go and have a look at the article yourself. I'm still definitely going to make opinion pieces and share my views and opinions about such things, but having kickstarted these daily videos, I would like to now switch into more of a idea generator role and then hand it off to the pipeline to actually finalize it. Naturally, I still need to film and edit it, but everything that goes in between, such as finding sources, pulling together materials, and fact-checking things, AI can handle that very well. So here's one of the components. This one is the processor. So this one is meant to do some post-production for the recorded videos. When I record a video, I run the YT process, cut silences. This takes away the kind of long pauses and long silences and just kind of makes the video flow a bit better. I know I sometimes have a choppy manner of speaking, therefore cutting out pauses before I even get to the editing stage is pretty important. Once the silences are removed, I then bring this over into my editing software, cut out bad takes, tweak a few things, and once I render the final output, I then pull it back into the pipeline, choose a video file, a transcription, description and tags, and a blog post process then kicks off. And like you'll notice here, a blog post gets generated using Claude, which preserves my original voice, opinions. It just restructures it. Therefore, if you ever read the blog, you would have noticed that if I arrange my thoughts in a bit of a weird manner, all of that gets transcribed straight into the blog post. And that's fine. I think if that's the only way that I can structure my thoughts currently, that should be how I write. And later on then the blog post itself gets front matter and it gets published. I also do have the face cutout section. This one is a bit of a not working as intended kind of piece. And I will show you here what I mean. I would drag an image into here and then I would get a cutout of my face, which then I could essentially choose, or when the thumbnail is getting generated and suggested by AI, I would just go and choose from one of these sections. For example, maybe it's a serious video. It's going to choose from the serious category. As you can see, I've added a few of these which are manual because for some thumbnails, they make more sense than just to have the same recycled expression. So I'm not yet sure how I'm going to improve this part of the software. Now, the YouTube analytics page says, if you want to increase how many people we show your video to, if you want to increase that top of the funnel, so to speak, make more people click on your video. That is a very easy task for an LLM. Come up with some sort of an inflammatory headline, something that might spark division or controversy, or might even misrepresent the actual transcript, which is supposed to be used for generating these thumbnails. So that is still another part which I'm trying to tweak and figure out the best way forwards. Other than that, what did you think about this software? I know this was a very brief overview of it. How would you improve it? What new features would you add to it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And as always, I see you next time.